Welcome to the Big Movement Podcast. If you're ready to create results and make huge strides in your business, finances, personal development, and health, then you're in the right place. Pushing past excuses and powering through procrastination can be a challenge alone. Here, you'll get the support, tools, and knowledge you need to get to the level you desire in your business and life. Let's get started with your host, Byron Ingram.
And welcome to another episode of the Big Movement Podcast. Today, we are going to be discussing the awareness phase, which is part of the 6 phases of marketing. Here's the world we live in. We live in a world where we are bombarded by thousands of marketing messages every single day. So no longer can you just simply put up a single post and say, hey, I do this, and expect people to come flocking to you. Or going to a single networking group and saying, hey, everybody, I do this, and be able to generate substantial business. We must make ourselves known to who our ideal clients are. That's why it's called the awareness phase. Because when they know who you are, they're aware of your existence, now the magic can happen where you can begin entering their world and they can see, oh, I like what you're saying. I like what you're doing. I love your products. That is why the awareness phase is so critical. And this phase begins with knowing who your ideal clients are and where they spend their time with. So if you haven't listened to last week's episode, go ahead and do that, because where we discuss the identification phase. So this is really important for you to do. So here's the thing. When you come down to deciding, I'm going to market my business online, you have to market where they spend their time at. It's not about which platform you like, because here's what happens. Let's say that you love Twitter, like you're on Twitter day in and day out, but your ideal clients, they're on Instagram. But you're like, oh, I don't like Instagram. I don't want to take pictures. No matter how much you tweet, you're not going to get the same results as if you are on the platform with your ideal client. So if you don't like it, guess what? You have to suck it up and begin using it. There's no other way around it, because if your ideal clients are there, you have to go to where they are. It's not about, hey, I'm over here, come join me. No. It is about them. Like, if they're on Instagram, you grab your bags and you walk over to Instagram, you set up shop, and you start creating valuable content there. That is the whole purpose about awareness marketing. You're putting yourself where they are, because then you are pulling people to you. And this is part of this notion where you see people talking about magnetic marketing, attraction marketing, say, oh, you just do these things and they come to you. But often we miss the point. We have to go to where they are. Facebook is a great platform. When there being close to 2 billion people on the platform, why not? You're pretty sure going to find someone who fits the description of your ideal client. So you have to go where people are active at. And here's something to keep in mind. You don't have to be on every single platform, because there's some people say, you've got to be on Facebook, you got to be on Twitter, you got to be on Instagram, you got to be on Snapchat, you got to be on everything known to mankind. No. You have to decide where your ideal clients are and invest the time and energy to build up your presence there. Make yourself known to these people. This is what you want to be doing. It's not being everywhere else. So this comes down to, what does awareness actually mean? Your objective when it comes to awareness is for you to appear in front of your ideal clients in some capacity, providing value. It's not about you just showing up that first day and saying, hey, buy my stuff, you're gonna love it. No. It's not like that, because you think about it. It's the first time they're meeting you. So in that case, you want to make sure that it's a positive experience that changes everything. I want you to imagine for a moment, what would happen if you walked up to someone in a bar and you asked them to go home with you? What do you think is going to happen there? It's probably not going to go any way positive whatsoever. Even if someone says yes, it's probably still not going to work out in your favor in some capacity. Guess what happens a lot of times in terms of marketing? People are going to do that exact same thing. They're just going there, hey, buy my stuff, but they're not building the rapport and relationship. So you've got to do this. This is why it's important. So when you're in the awareness phase of marketing, it comes down to there's three key components in this process. First, you must appear on someone's radar. You just can't say, here I am, and there's nothing. So appearing on the radar, you can do this in a variety of ways, but the core matter is that you want them to know, like, and trust you, and it comes through providing value. So some of my favorite ways of doing this is leveraging video and podcasting. Just like you're listening to this recording here, it's a way to provide value. You're showing up on someone's radar. They think, this is great content. I love this. I want to know more. And that's the key. You want to do this without the expectation that they listen to 3 seconds and say, hey, I know you just listened to this, but you're going to buy my stuff. No, you want to provide value. Invite them into your world through these platforms. This is what you must do there. Now, here's the next thing you must do. You must be consistent. And here's why. If you only show up once in a blue moon, how can you be on someone's radar? They're going to forget about you. There's thousands of marketing messages appearing in front of people every single day. So if you are not doing what you can to stay in front of them, people forget about you. Because the more active you are on platforms like Facebook, the more people will see your content. And that is what you want to be doing. It makes a huge difference at the end of the day when you can do this. Because when you stay in front of people consistently, day in and day out, the speed at which people build relationships with you will increase because the trust is there. They know you consistently. Now, third, this is most important. You absolutely must be yourself. There's a trend out there. What people want to do is they see someone in a seminar, they see someone's video and think, that person's doing amazing. I'm going to be just like them. Guess what? They've been doing that their whole lives. They practice of being who they are and the mannerisms of what they say, the F-bombs, and you name it, the stuff that they do. That's them. You're not them. And guess what happens when you try to be someone else? People look at you funny and think, what in the world? You're kind of like trying to be that person, but you're sucking at it. And they don't have this relationship, this rapport building with you, so they leave. You have to be who you are. Think about if you're going out on a date. Here's a great example. You're going to love this. Imagine you're on a dating site. And these are little horror stories you hear. Someone's going to use a picture that's a little too old. They're going to describe themselves like, yes, I walk on water. I do all these amazing things. Well, it's great you're painting this picture, but you still have to meet this person. And what happens when this person comes walking in? They're thinking, oh my gosh, this is great. I'm going to meet the person of my dreams. And then they see you. The person who's painted this false picture, the false advertising, like you're saying, like, yes, you're in amazing shape, and you are in a shape, like a round shape, an octagon, or whatever you want to call it. That doesn't really paint the perfect picture anymore. They're thinking, oh my gosh. And then they find that out, oh no, you have nothing in common. And the notion was, well, I wanted them to like me. Well, if they don't like you for who you are, when they find out the truth, they're not going to do it. So this is the exact reason you must be who you are each and every day, showing up online, not being somebody else, because this is what is going to make all the difference in the world when it comes to being on the awareness platform of attracting people to you, because they're going to say, that dude is awesome. I want to know more. I want to be part of your world. I want to be part of the experience because I love the value that you provide to people, and you're pulling them in because of it. And then because of that, you have now gained the trust factor. So you can ask them, would you like to join me on a journey and become part of my world? Your whole mission in life in the awareness phase is to ask for that question, for people to become part of your world so you can invite them into your community, which is what we're going to discuss next week. How do you begin inviting people into your community, into your world? Because you want to build your community. You want to build your tribe, because that is where the money begins to be made at. Because people are going to know, like, and trust you. They're going to see you. They're going to be part of your world. It's like if you invited a bunch of friends on a cruise ship, like, we're going on a cruise, you're the captain of the boat, you're just kind of going along and hopefully not hitting anything. But this is what's happening. You want to invite them on for the journey of their life. But it all begins with appearing on the radar, providing value, showing up consistently, and being yourself. So do me a huge favor. If you haven't subscribed to the Big Movement Podcast, go ahead and click the subscribe button so you can stay tuned for all the great content we're going to put out each and every week to help you in your entrepreneurial journey to attract your ideal clients so you can grow your business to the levels that you are meant to.
Thanks for listening to the Big Movement Podcast today. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Now that you've surely been inspired to take your entrepreneurial career and business to the next level, you can stop by the website and get more. And if you're ready to boost your business brand, be sure to grab your free report, 7 Easy Steps to Build Your Brand Today.